guys, Will here with W.T.F car reviews, and today we're going to be reviewing this beautiful 2022 Infiniti Q60s Red Sport 400. And a huge thanks to Dave and the rest of the management and staff here at Infiniti of Sarasota for making this review possible. These guys have an impressive dealership. I'll leave a link to their inventory below, and if you're in the Sarasota area looking for a new premium car or SUV, I would definitely recommend checking these guys out. And as for Dave, and for those of you guys who don't know, the Q60 has been Infiniti's sport coupe since 2017, taking over the G37 platform, which was an awesome car. My uncle actually used to drive the second generation G37 sedan, and it was awesome. I actually love that car, especially with that VQ 3.5 liter V6 making over 330 horsepower, which at the time was really impressive out of a 3.7 liter V6. But fast forward to 2017, the Q60 and Q50 are now featured with a 3-liter turbocharged engine, which makes more power. In this application, this is the Red Sport 400 top-of-the-line QX60. The only trim above this is the Red Sport 400 all-wheel drive. This is just the two-wheel drive, but in this application, we make 400 horsepower and 350 pound-feet of torque, enough to get the sport coupe to 60 in 4.5 seconds, making it a really no-joke performer, starting around $58,000. Let's see what we get. So up front, you notice your signature Infiniti grille, and I'm a really big fan of it. I love the update that Infiniti's done to all their vehicles. This bluish gray metallic paint color is fantastic, really shines in this Florida sun. Daytime running lights, full LED headlamps, and fog lamps beneath. Front parking sensors too. I'm liking that Infiniti badge with a forward-facing camera right above it. This vehicle has the 360. Really a loaded car. As far as the wheel and tire setup, also super impressive. We get these beautiful 20-inch rims and a red Infiniti Brembo brake caliper. These 20-inch rims are wrapped in 255/35 R20 Bridgestone Potenza summer tires. Some of the stickier tires in the business should really help us get that 0 to 60 as close to 4.5 seconds as possible. And this car has the carbon fiber package. You notice your carbon fiber heat extractor. We get carbon fiber for the lip spoiler and these mirrors. Check these out. Full carbon fiber LED turn signal on them. As far as the glass, it fills up the frame very well. No blind spot monitoring on the glass. I'll show you guys inside where the monitors are. A little bit of chrome for the window trim. I kind of wish they blacked that out, but it's not a super reflective chrome. It is reflective, but not as shiny as a lot of other cars. Kind of looks a little bit like aluminum. The door handle, body color with that metallic grayish blue color, but a little bit of that aluminum chrome outside of it. Smart access for both of the doors. As far as this window sticker, you guys can pause, take a look at all the features on the 2022 Infiniti Q60 Red Sport 400. Base price $58,200. We do get a few options. $695 for this beautiful paint, $2280 for the carbon fiber package, which gives us the carbon fiber rear deck lid spoiler, outside mirror covers, fog lamps, finishers, and the fender vents are all carbon fiber. $310 for the cargo package, $465 for the welcome lighting, $420 for the illuminated kick plates. $1,000 destination charge totals us out to $63,395. Still a pretty good value. We get a ton of advanced safety features, of course, 400 horse, 350 torque, rear-wheel drive, 7-speed auto. We'll test out, see how the transmission responds. Sport brakes, fast ratio, electronic power steering, and it does have very good feel. Remote start, LED headlamps, rain sensing wipers, power heated and auto dimming outside mirrors, leather wrapped heated steering wheel, home link, 3 garage home link settings, leather seats, of course, hill start assist, front and rear sonar system, active trace control, distance control, intelligent cruise control. We get the Infiniti InTouch dual HD display. We'll check that out in the interior. Navigation with map care, 13-speaker Bose system with wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Safety features, you can pause, take a look, blind spot warning, lane departure warning, backup collision intervention, and a 360 monitor. As you mentioned, $63,395. 22 MPGs combined, 20 city, 27 highway. Not bad at all. Up top, you notice your sunroof, shark fin style antenna. The gas cap out rear is a push to open. No easy fill. You're going to have to actually screw open your gas cap, and premium fuel is required in this turbocharged 400 Red Sport. The rear wheel and tire setup, we get a staggered setup. I'm liking the Red Sport brake caliper too. Definitely a thumbs up, not just the cheap looking standard brake caliper that you get on the Q60 non-Red Sport. The staggered setup here, we still get the 20-inch rims. However, they're wrapped in 275/30 R20 Bridgestone Potenza summer tires. Still, some of the better summer tires in this 275 compound should really help get those 400 horses down to the ground. LED taillights, turn signals, and reverse light. I like the carbon fiber lip with the backup camera right below it. Infiniti badge beneath, and I kind of like how it has that pyramid style design with the badge right above the lettering. Q60s badge right underneath the right taillight. Shout out Infiniti of Sarasota for making this review possible. I like the rear diffuser area too. The exhaust tips kind of remind me of the new Nissan Z cars. But speaking of the exhaust tips, let's start this 3-liter turbo up and hear how she sounds. Alright guys, that was of course the sound of the 3-liter twin-turbo V6 sold by Nissan for this 2022 Q60s Red Sport. As soon as you figure out this latch, we can open her up. Thumbs up for the struts. But here you have it. Again, your 3-liter twin-turbo V6 making 400 horsepower to 350 pound-feet of torque, enough to get the Sport Coupe to 60 in around 4.5 seconds, making it a no-joke performer. But what you see is basically what you get. I don't see any strut tower braces or anything like that, but we'll check out the handling once we take it out for a drive. We can shut this thing up right here. Again, huge thumbs up for the paint color. It looks absolutely gorgeous. Hopefully you guys can pick up those daytime running lights. Also super impressive, but where this car really shines is in the interior. So we'll take a step over here and really check it out. But before we do that, you can see an additional sensor over here beneath your mirror. I don't think we'd pick that up. Again, smart access for the driver and the passenger. No dual pane windows, but the single pane windows are still very, very thick. Up top, we get the red contrast leather stitch, super soft too, very soft spot for your arm. Red soft leather for the middle and armrest portion. Contrast stitching for the grab handle, auto one touch for both the front windows. 2-person memory seats, aluminum door handle, power folding mirrors, and they're 4-way adjustable. 2 Bose speakers on your door. You can see Bose Performance Series on the speaker grill. The bottom portion, it's not soft touch, but has a good graining material and decent amount of space. You'll probably fit a 16-ounce bottle, but make sure the lid is tightly closed because it is sideways. You'll probably fit maybe a 6-inch sub right next to it. But stepping inside, we get this illuminated Infiniti aluminum nameplate, really large. You don't see them this large in most of the competition. The red seats, also beautiful, perforated, heated seats, solid bolstering, and the headrest also has a nice soft feel to it. Fully adjustable, you can adjust the lumbar, recline, drop, lift, and slide the seats. And these buttons on the side do adjust the bolsters, which also super nice. But as far as the interior in general, we could take a step inside and really check it out. But first thing we notice is a steering wheel, very thick up top. I like the red contrast stitching, good 10 and 2 bolstering notch, perfect 9 and 3 on the left side. Volume adjustments. This is a little shortcut for your infotainment. For like the navigation screen, you can adjust between, you press the OK, and then you can adjust between audio source, audio list, points of interest, save location, all that. And to return, you just gotta press the return button and you're right back at your regular map. The Infiniti area for the center, the horn area is rubberized. The horn itself, pretty aggressive sounding horn. People will definitely be getting out of your way. No flat bottom, but still a huge thumbs up for the steering wheel. Cruise control settings on the right side, radar cruise, hill descent control. You can adjust the cruise speed with these little stocks. These buttons control what you're looking at with your little heads up cluster. You can check out your aux, compass, fuel economy, range, and warnings. You can also see when the service is due for your vehicle and TPMS, which you see while driving. I'm liking the old school gauges too. We get a 7,000 RPM redline for a twin turbocharged V6 motor. The speedometer goes to 180, gas tank beneath that, coolant temperature underneath your tachometer. The turn signal stocks, very satisfying click, auto headlamps of course, daytime running lights, rain sensing wipers, all thumbs ups. To the left of the steering wheel, you can turn off your traction control, open up your tailgate, power tilt and telescope, and check out your aluminum outline pedals, floor mounted accelerator pedal. I'm liking it. You get your e-brake to the left, soft touch materials for the entire dashboard. One thing I noticed though, check this out, so that you get the tilt and telescope, but the column doesn't move along with it like it did in the previous generation G37. The dashboard also gets the red contrast stitching, dual screens, all outlined in carbon fiber for your carbon fiber package. I'm liking the interior and the areas where your knee will touch. You get more of that red contrast stitched leather. Nice. The top screen is a touch screen. You can return out of your map and see, well, basically just the map. That's the only thing you're going to really be able to see with the top screen. The bottom screen can show you your navigation information, phone connections, driver assistance, in-touch services, Infiniti Drive Mode Select. So let's check that out. So here we have the engine and transmission in standard, same with the steering and suspension. Active trace control is on, but the drive mode selector also adjusts depending on your drive mode. So you press this button right here. Now we're in Sport, Sport Plus, and Personal mode. So Personal mode, you can adjust all of these, which is nice, but in Sport Plus and Sport, all of these drive modes are adjusted automatically. But other than that, that's about it for this bottom area. I am liking how you can adjust the climate with hard buttons, so definitely thumbs up to Infiniti for that. You're not having to do everything through the infotainment like with some of the cars from, say, Volvo. Engine start stop button to the right of your wiper stock. You have your shortcuts for the radio and a CD player. You don't see that very often anymore, that's for sure. Heated seats, no cooled seats. Would be nice to see some cooled seats in a $60,000 sport coupe. Beneath that, we get a felt line cubby with a 12 volt, and you can shut this thing up. It's all piano black, but they limited the piano black, so you're not going to have to keep your cleaning supplies necessarily at hand. This gear selector has an Infiniti badge red contrast stitching, the backup camera, and it also controls your 7-speed auto transmission. The backup camera, kind of dated when it comes to resolution, but we get the guidance lines and trajectory and a 360 camera with very solid resolution. Thumbs up. You get really just about everything you could possibly want or need in this car. The manual shift controls aren't in the proper directions. This is how you downshift and upshift. However, we get paddle shifters, which is nice. They're not aluminum or anything like that, but still nice to get paddle shifters. We'll see how they respond once we take this car out for a drive. This little dial controls your map, so if you don't want to go through the touchscreen, you can have a little shortcut with your dial, kind of like the Mazda and BMW cars. The buttons give you a shortcut to the map voice, return, and camera, which you can access even when you're not in reverse. So right now we're looking at the rear facing camera. You press it one more time. Now we're looking at a front facing and a blind spot. So all pretty nice. We're looking strictly at our front facing camera right now. Press it one more time and we're back right in our map. Pretty cool. Drive mode selector, we already checked that out. You can control between personal, sport, plus, sport, standard, eco, and snow mode. We'll start this review off in standard, transition into sport and sport plus, see what the differences are. I'm liking how the drive mode selector is outlined in this nice aluminum trim, carbon fiber outside of it. 2 cup holders, super soft for the center console armrest. We can open it up, very spacious, and it's lined with felt. Guys, this is a very premium material. I wasn't expecting it to be anywhere near as premium as it is. USB-C port and a USB port, aux port 2, and an additional 12 volt. As far as space, I would expect you to fit between 4 and 5 12-ounce cans. More of that soft touch red contrast stitching above the glove box. You open up the glove box, also damped, lined with felt, and very large. I'd expect you to fit easily 20-25 license plates, easily going to fit a pair of shoes. You may not be able to fit a second pair, but if you're under like a size 10, it may be possible. You can shut this thing up. The rear view mirror is a little bit dated, but we get the 3 garage home link settings on it and still get a very good visibility out of your rear view windshield, so not going to knock them for it. Sunglass holder, nice interior lighting, LEDs. You open it up, the sunroof, and it opens up inside of the roof, which is odd. You don't see that very often with coupes, but we have that here. Let's see if it opens up any further. Nope, but still decent sized opening. It goes just about to the second row level. We can poke our way out of here. Beautiful day today in Sarasota, Florida. It's sunny and 90 degrees. But that's about it when it comes to the interior in this all-new 2022 Infiniti Q60s Red Sport 400. Let's check out the back seat real quick, see how much space is back there, as well as the overall quality of the materials. All right, guys, so to get into the back seat of the Infiniti Q60s, the seat doesn't slide for you automatically. You have to actually press this button for it to do so. And we'll see, oh, it's just one click of a button. You don't have to press and hold, but as soon as it gets situated, we'll take a step inside. It's not the easiest process, but it's certainly easier than my Camaro LT1. And once you put the seat back, press the button one more time, and there it is. It goes back to its original setting. So we'll see at what point my legs start to get crushed. This is my seat setting. So sitting behind my seat settings, just about 0 legroom, but it's not like crushing me. I still have probably an inch before my legs would actually start to get crushed. No air vents, unfortunately. And as far as headroom, my head is starting to touch. I have just about 0 space for my head, unfortunately, but you're not really putting adults back here, mainly reserved for small children and people that you don't really like. We do get mat pockets behind both of the front seats, and the materials are still super high quality. A little hard plastic up top, but leather stitch trim for literally everywhere where your arm will touch. And we get some decent bolstering for back seats. Pretty good thumbs up for a back seat for a sport coupe. I'm impressed. 2 cup holders, a little area for a phone. But other than that, That's about it for this back seat area. We can poke our way out of here, press the button, and it lets us right out. Pretty impressive. I think that the BMW M4 has a little bit more back seat space, but not by much. That is still definitely a lot better than my Camaro LT1. As far as the trunk space, to open up the trunk, the button is on the left taillight. It's not an auto opening trunk, wouldn't really be expected with a sport coupe, but the hinges don't get in the way of your cargo, which is nice. The wheel well gets cut out so you can fit a golf bag in here. Pretty large opening compared to the American muscle car segment. The cargo space itself, though, nothing too impressive. I can touch the back seats pretty easily, but you can still fit just about everything you would need. Probably fit a couple suitcases easily, like 6-7 backpacks for like a group trip or something. We can shut this thing up though. Take a step back, you see the little running lights outside of your taillights. They look really nice. But that's about it for the inside and outside of this all new 2022 Infiniti Q60s. Let's take it out for a drive. All right guys, now we're just about seeing everything we need to see with the inside and outside of the new 2022 Infiniti Q60s Red Sport 400 rear wheel drive. Let's take it out for a drive. And the first thing I notice, we're currently in Sport Plus mode and the steering feels very on center. We'll try it out in comfort mode. We'll start the review off in comfort, transition into sport and Sport Plus, and just see what the differences are. Since it's not comfort mode, it's just called standard, but that's what we're going to start off at. And in comfort mode, the steering feels noticeably lighter, but it still feels nice, sporty, and direct. All right guys, taking a step out in standard mode, lean into it about a quarter throttle. Wow, very sensitive gas pedal. We're only in standard mode and that was just light gas pedal. As soon as that boost kicks in, you are accelerating. I'm excited to lean into it a little further, but throwing it in right here, the steering feels, damn, come on man. All right guys, taking a step out here, lean into it about a quarter of the way. Yeah, it takes a second for the boost to pick up and you can hear a nice snarl thanks to that 3-liter V6. It feels very powerful. All right guys, taking a step out onto this multiple lane road. Good opportunity to lean into it a little bit more right here. Ooh, nice. And it handles the bumps excellently. We're still in standard mode. We could throw it into sport, see what the differences are. The transmission immediately kicks us out of our overdrive gear. We're now sitting around 2,500 RPM at 45, but we can slow down a little bit. More bumps. Suspension stays about the same. Little highway pull about halfway. Yeah. It feels a lot less laggy when you're in sport. It's like it's ready to start moving for you. And on top of the drive modes, this drive mode selector, you can individualize the settings. Like suspension, it's now in sport. You can make the steering also sport. And let's just do engine transmission also into sport and just see how everything changes up. But we got a roundabout over here as soon as we got some opening, which looks like we have. We can try out this car's handling. But right here, the steering feels sharp, way sharper now, and the throttle feels even sharper. I'm barely on the gas pedal and it's taking us to 3,000 RPM. I remember my uncle's 2013 Infiniti G37 was the same way, very sensitive gas pedal. We try a little rolling highway pull with everything in sport right here on the gas. Ooh. Yeah guys, this thing can move. It pulls very hard. Reminds me of like the strength of the BMW M340i. This vehicle is really strong. I could definitely see 0 to 60 happening in the lower mid 4-second range. It's definitely no joke. But one more little sharp turn. The steering feels excellent. Third throttle. Yeah, that boost just feels so strong and it feels so consistent too. It doesn't really feel like a turbocharged engine, at least not when everything's in sport. Super responsive. The steering feels awesome, and even in sport suspension mode, the suspension feels super soft. Definitely a premium feeling luxury performance coupe. And on top of being a great luxury performer, this is still a pretty high-tech vehicle for being a 2017 model. The blind spot monitors are on the inside. That may seem like it's purposeless, but it actually has a purpose. So if you're stuck in a snowstorm and your mirrors are covered in snow or ice, the blind spot monitors are still functional. But we can take a step right out here. Didn't realize that they were out there on the lane. Okay, one more time, lean into it. Woo! strong. We haven't tried out the manual shift modes yet, so we'll see how responsive the paddle shifters are. Nice, really quick. Pretty responsive as far as the upshifts. Also responsive. And that torque, like, you barely touching that gas pedal and you are shooting up in speed. Handling is great. Same with the ride quality. All in all, guys, I'm really impressed with this Q60S Red Sport. Excellent performance. The luxury and features are still super impressive. I understand this car was released in 2017, so there are newer options, but this vehicle is also going to be updated shortly. But you still have everything you could possibly want or need. The luxury is really, really impressive. The leather in this car is extremely soft, competitive with the high market manufacturers. Definitely an impressive vehicle. If you're looking for a luxury performance sport coupe, I would definitely recommend checking this one out. The stock performance is very impressive. You can get an aftermarket tune intake, get this vehicle to close to 500 horsepower, and for a base price around 58,000 bucks, it's tough to beat for the segment. And I would definitely recommend anybody looking for a luxury performance sport coupe to check this one out. And I'd like to give a huge thank you to Infiniti of Sarasota for making this review possible. If you're in the market for a premium car or SUV in the Sarasota area, I would definitely recommend checking these guys out and ask for Dave. And thank you to all you guys for watching. I had a great time making this video. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. If you've already subscribed, thank you so much. You guys know the channel is just not possible without you guys. And I really have a huge appreciation for each and every one of your constant support. But if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Leave a like too. It really helps me out with the YouTube algorithm. That's how these videos get promoted to new people. Leave a comment. Let me know what you like. Let me know what you don't like. Leave a comment. Let me know if there's any specific cars or trucks you'd like to see reviewed in this channel too. And I'll definitely try to get those videos for you as soon as possible. But other than that, again, thank you so much for watching. And I hope all of you have a great day.